All right, guys, my name's Corey Maker. I'm the Senior Product Manager of Technology within the DitchWitch division. We're at Con Expo highlighting a lot of new equipment, but what I'm going to talk about is some of the technology and the stuff that we're working with. So today we're highlighting Orange Intel. We launched it late last year, and it's been a really innovative technology for us from the standpoint of it's a technology that's continued to grow. We started with the telematics system roughly 15 years ago, and it's continued to evolve. The number of customers we talk to, the unique thing about that and that VOC is it's always different. It's always, they need something different. They want to see something different. So launching this, the big thing was the customization, having the ability to modify the widgets and lay things out how you want to see them. But another piece of that is the industry is evolving from a digital standpoint, and digital products are becoming just as important as the equipment doing the work. So when we talk about this, there's several factors that are playing into that. The data that's coming off these job sites is becoming more and more critical, down to the point where customers can't get paid unless they have that information. And what we did with that when we built out the Data Explorer was trying to make that as easy as possible. I mean, when you talk about a drill shot and you have 10,000 data points coming off of it, it wasn't easy to understand for people. And what we did with that platform is laid it out in a manner to, one, be able to graph it and show and really build a story, but then also generate a report for them that allows them to be able to see this information and give them the understanding of what truly happened on that job site. And in some cases, they're actually utilizing all of this data to determine dirt and rock pricing. And we're starting to see regulations dictate that, different bid specs that are requiring things like that. But we've already seen that in other parts of our industry also, from the RTK mapping stuff that we're doing on the locate side, rod-by-rod bore planning, and also the as-builts that are being generated from these job sites. And if that gives you an understanding of how important these digital products are, that's where this is really starting to change at a much faster pace than I think anybody realized in the industry. And when we talk about the uniqueness of this, I mean, this started as a really amazing service tool. And like I said, it's turned into so much more. And as we continue to grow this product, that's something with technology is those products change at a very rapid rate. Looking at it like what that digital footprint looks like over the next 5 years, it's going to drastically change. And what we've seen in our industry also is it has to be simple. It has to be easy, whether it's doing it in the background autonomously or if it's a one-click button or however we're generating that information. And if you can imagine, we've always talked about own the job site from an equipment perspective, but what we're looking at now is owning the digital footprint of these job sites for the future, because that is one thing that sets us apart, is that we do make the locators that are going to do the initial locates. And if you can imagine what this looks like from a digital standpoint, when you have from start to finish of a job, whether that's the initial locates that are built into a rod-by-rod plan, and then what's showing on the display while you're working, all these things are generating input, so it's all digital. And if you can imagine, once you're done, and we're already seeing some of the early adopters do this, what they're doing is they're generating all these different data points. And at the end of that, it's to the point where it's enough information for the utilities to actually want to buy that now from the customer that's actually doing the work for them. Because we've already seen really good progress in the industry, especially in the UK, where they've gone out and mapped all of the underground. And these are things where Orange Intel will be the central hub for all of that information. So keep that in mind as we talk through this. Yeah, I know we have done tons of panels recently on this, and it is a hard subject to talk about, and because it's a technology that's relatively new, and people get kind of nervous with different technologies when they come out, and just understanding of how this can be used as a powerful tool and not be scared of it. So make sure you reach out to our dealer network, us at the factory through ditchwitch.com, and make sure that those questions are getting answered. We have done tons and tons of training on this with both the dealer network and a lot of the customers to get a general understanding of this, that this is a beneficial tool to help them understand whether it's ROI calculations or how they can be more productive, or even using this as a training method to look at how the machines are being operated. So keep that in mind, and make sure you reach out to the dealer network or us.